So Brennan, in his briefing yesterday, made a couple of, I guess, misstatements or statements that later appeared to be somewhat incorrect, such as that the wife was shielding bin Laden and it turned out it wasn't the wife, and there may not have been a shield and it wasn't clear whether or not bin Laden had a gun. Are you guys in a fog of war in this, or what gives?
What I can tell you, I have a narrative that I can provide to you on the raid itself, on the bin Laden compound in Pakistan. On orders of the President, a small U.S. team assaulted a secure compound in an affluent suburb of Islamabad to capture or kill Osama bin Laden. The raid was conducted with U.S. military personnel assaulting on 2 helicopters. The team methodically cleared the compound, moving from room to room in an operation lasting nearly 40 minutes. They were engaged in a firefight throughout the operation, and Osama bin Laden was killed by the assaulting force. In addition to the bin Laden family, 2 other families resided in the compound. 1 family on the first floor of the bin Laden building and 1 family in a second building. 1 team began the operation on the first floor of the bin Laden house and worked their way to the 3rd floor. A second team cleared the separate building. On the first floor of bin Laden's building, 2 al-Qaeda couriers were killed, along with a woman who was killed in crossfire. Bin Laden and his family were found on the 2nd and 3rd floor of the building. There was concern that bin Laden would oppose the capture operation, and indeed he did resist. In the room with bin Laden, bin Laden's wife, rushed the U.S. assaulter and was shot in the leg but not killed. Bin Laden was then shot and killed. He was not armed. Following the firefight, the non-combatants were moved to a safe location as the damaged helicopter was detonated. The team departed the scene via helicopter to the USS Carl Vincent in the North Arabian Sea. Aboard the USS Carl Vincent, the burial of bin Laden was done in conformance with Islamic precepts and practices. The deceased's body was washed and then placed in a white sheet. The body was placed in a weighted bag. A military officer read prepared religious remarks, which were translated into Arabic by a native speaker. After the words were complete, the body was placed on a prepared flat board, tipped up, and the deceased body eased into the sea.